how I roll.
And I'm not going to drink and drive anymore.
That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Wes and Steve.
I welcome you to beautiful Danville, Alabama. Getting ready for some Madison Academy football. You'll be able to hear that over on Zone 2 tonight. Over the airwaves, it'll be Zone 4. In fact, you can hear it on Zone 4 like you can all season long. But it is a 7A Region 4 matchup that will be over the airwaves as undefeated 10th-ranked Sparkman. The Sparkman Senators playing host to the Grissom Tigers. The Dueling Abrahams will have that play-by-play call for you over the airwaves, and that'll lead right into our Woody Anderson Ford North Alabama Friday Night Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. Scott Tyson will get you caught up on what is week 4. We're over a month into the season if you want to count week 0 before the non-region week will kick in next week, as Madison Academy will be back home taking on Madison County back at Bill Washington. Wes Neighbors joins us right off the top to talk a little college football and what is, I'm going to call this revealing weekend. I feel like we're going to get to know a lot about a lot of teams. How are you, Wes?
I'm doing good. Yeah, another. It's unbelievable. This is week 4. It's unbelievable how fast it's going, and really how much has changed about what we really thought would be happening in the first 4 weeks, and the different storylines that are happening, and I think that will continue to change as these teams. It's almost like it's been a preseason with some of these teams with all the new players and all the different things going on, and now we're going to see which team grows the most between now and the end of the year to be in the top 4 teams to make the playoffs.
Well, I feel like more than maybe 1 or 2 of our listeners want to know how you feel about Bama tomorrow. So what's your gut telling you, Wes?
Well, I mean, my gut is that Alabama's a box of chocolates. You know, I think they have more talent than Ole Miss. I think that they, playing at home. But, just like everybody else, if Alabama turns the ball over, it's hard to predict their games because of the turnover factor. To me, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
But, Ole Miss is they're a solid football team now, and they do have a lot of talent, but they have some guys that are hurt too. So it's going to be interesting to see what Lane Train can do.
What would you say that Bama has more talent on their roster than Ole Miss has on theirs?
Yes, but not as great as they did several years ago. I think Ole Miss is. I think Ole Miss is better. Of course, I'm going to say this, but I think Ole Miss is better on defense than they have been. And Jackson Dart is the real deal. He's a good player. And they do have weapons. They do have a couple guys hurt. I don't know. The running back's a little banged up. I don't know what his availability is going to be Saturday. I'm sure he'll play, but will he be 100%? And they have one of the Judkins, I guess, from Pike Road, Alabama, and then
that's right.
One of their wide receivers. But they have good tight ends. They have playmakers. And we know as Alabama fans that Lane will figure out a way to score points. He's not like you're going to shut him out. So we need to make Ole Miss go 80 yards and to score, not give them short fields, not make it easy on them, and then win the turnover battle. That's what has to happen. So and if they do that, then they'll cover. If they don't, it's I don't see Ole Miss blowing out Alabama. But, if they turn the ball over and Lane gets hot and we look like we did last week on the offensive line, then, it'll be a long day.
If Jalen Milroe throws blank amount of passes that's a problem for Alabama. What would be that number, you think, if he throws how many passes?
I don't think it's the amount of passes he throws. I think it's the amount of passes he throws to the other team. I mean, Jalen Milroe might have 4 carries for 4 touchdowns.
That's true.
He is a dynamic player that is young, still trying to figure. Alabama's still trying to figure out what they do best, and hopefully there'll be great improvement week over week, which happens when you have a young team. That's what happened. Like last year, Georgia struggled in Missouri. Struggle in the middle of the year, then plays Tennessee, and looks like they did at the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
teams go up and down based on it's a bunch of 18-year-olds. Well, in Georgia's case, they do have some 25-year-olds, but most teams are a bunch of young kids, and you don't know what you're going to get week from week. But the consistency has to be better for Alabama because they're playing good teams every week from here on out for the most part.
Who will we find out more about tomorrow, Alabama or Auburn?
Oh, I think, hopefully Alabama will take an improvement step and something they can build on. We're going to find out a lot about Auburn because you're on the road in the Southeastern Conference, and you're going to find out a lot about Texas A&M, who's been definitely a box of chocolates. And this is not a game that's just going to be that. I think Auburn has a good chance to win this game if they can win the turnover battle too, and move the ball and put a little pressure on that. Find a way to put pressure on Texas A&M's quarterback, or make them throw into coverage. There's more than one way to put pressure on a quarterback. You can rush 3 and drop 8 and see how he can read a defense, right? So there's all kind of different ways to attack something. I think Auburn has good coaches, and I think that they might not have all the bullets yet that they need, but this will be very revealing of where they are. There's no question about that.
I know how you feel about the battle for the boot. It just feels weird to talk about it on September 22nd, Wes.
Yeah, so I remember one year when Connor was there, they played it early for some reason. I can't remember. And it wasn't as much excitement as it was after that when they started playing it later in the year, usually after the Alabama game. So, but I just think LSU's talent-wise and the way they played last week. But we've seen them lay an egg before at home last year against Tennessee. Tennessee had a good team though, but still they just went in there and embarrassed them. And then of course they beat Alabama a couple weeks later, and then go to Texas A&M, who's playing awful, and just stunk it up there. And they were able to win at Arkansas last year, but didn't play well last year against Arkansas.
Yeah.
But you just kind of look at where Arkansas is going and where LSU, the way they improved the last 2 weeks, and you would think that, unless LSU all of a sudden can't cover anybody anymore like they couldn't against Florida State, but they're not facing those receivers either.
Correct.
Florida State receivers are the real deal.
Yeah.
Arkansas doesn't. I just think this is LSU's. I think LSU's favored by 17.5, and I think they'll cover.
The Mississippi State-South Carolina game, this feels to me like loser to Shreveport. Is that how you feel about it?
You're about right there. I mean, both of these. Both of these.
Don't get in a wreck now. Come on now.
No, I'm not. I'm not. But so both of these teams are having trouble with their direction, right?
Yeah.
They're
really the new offense at Mississippi State has not meshed very well with their very experienced quarterback who came in with a ton of experience, just in a different system there with Will Rogers.
Right, and they haven't found out what they do well. He looked like a deer in headlights last week. It's like he wasn't prepared for the game. Whether that's his fault, coach's fault, whose fault, I'm not sure. But that's what it looked like. But,
South Carolina was up by 11 at halftime in Athens last week.
Yeah, but you got to see how they respond to that, too. Right?
Yeah.
Are they going to respond negatively, positively? They have a lot of holes. Both these teams have some talent, but have a lot of holes. So these are like must-wins for bowl eligibility, really, with these teams, the way it's going.
I need a pep talk here for our men back behind the glass. I know the segment is called Love to Lose Money. He's embracing that a little too much. He went 0 for 3 last week, Wes. I need to give him a pep talk, please.
But I know he's doing his job. That's what we hired him.
So you're telling me he deserves a raise? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, there's no question. Yeah, I mean, we need to set up a Venmo account for him. For all these people making money doing the opposite of what he's saying.
All right, Wes. Hey, we're about to find out how much you can lose off of our producer coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll talk to you on Monday.
Sounds good. Everybody have a good weekend.
You too. I know Wes will have a good weekend. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Well, I told you, it's that time of the week. It's time to love to lose some money.
Your money or your life.
I can take money and I can make it into more money.
Well, I'm in favor of that idea there from Wes, just kind of setting up like a little Venmo account, just kind of, just like a small cut from our listeners who are betting against me.
I bet you are.
I'm only asking for like 10%, y'all. Like you don't have to.
Oh,
yeah, maybe
is that
5%. Yeah, I mean, of your winnings, so go ahead and.
I think Jimmy Sexton only takes like 5%. So.
Yeah. Okay, I think 5% is a fair starting rate, and then if you make like a couple thousand off of picking against me, then maybe we can go a little higher rate. But like. Yeah, I think so far it's only week 4, and I'm digging through my pockets for change to make these bets with. That's all I got left. I keep losing so much.
So just so you know, before you get into your picks, I did not tell you pick 2. Your pick 2 is Ole Miss at Bama, Auburn at A&M, and your tiebreaker, guess what? Total yards for Jalen Milroe.
Now we're doing
That's
this again,
right.
huh?
Yep.
Well, we know it's not going to be 0 this time, right? Yeah.
You would think.
I think you should go total yards for Tyler Buckner and Ty Simpson this week.
Wow.
Let's see how that goes.
That's mean-spirited.
Well, yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I guess I'll just go ahead and start with our pick 2 then, essentially, because I kept looking, and I didn't really like a whole lot of lines this week, so I figured I'd stick with our hometown teams for 2 of my 3 picks this week. So I'll start off with my Auburn Tigers, obviously going on the road at Texas A&M. I think A&M's got a lot of problems. Obviously, I mean, that marriage doesn't seem to be working out too well with Petrino and Jimbo, or Dirtneck as a certain morning host calls him. But head over heart here, A&M's got a lot more talent than Auburn does. Now, sure, they may not always be the best coach talent, but they got a lot of raw talent. And football is a game where 9 times out of 10, the better team usually wins for a lot of reasons. Now, the line's pretty big on this one. I think it's 8.5 as of the last that I checked on what I used to track the lines and stuff. So I'm going to go Auburn plus 8.5. I don't know if there's enough there for them to win outright. I think in order to do that, I think Auburn's got to get a really good pass rush, and they got to disrupt Connor Wegman, because if they don't, he's going to kill them all game. When he's not pressured, he's completing 80% of his passes, and when he is pressured, he's completing just a hair over 50%. It's a pretty big drop. So if you can get back there and frustrate the quarterback, I think you got a shot to do something special. Now, Auburn does have somebody on their D-line rotation who played for a certain team from the state of Appalachia that won in College Station last week, so he's got some experience getting into that backfield.
That's a good pull right there.
Yeah, Jalen McLeod. We will see if maybe he can make it 2 years in a row of disrupting the quarterback down there in College Station. But yeah, so we'll go with Auburn plus 8.5. Still think A&M wins outright, but that's a big line. Next one, our other hometown team here. We're going to go with, I got Bama minus 7. I keep saying it every week, although this week they keep somewhat letting me down, I guess. They keep failing to cover the spread, even though I keep saying pick Bama no matter what against any spread, because you look stupid if you don't. And I'm going to stick with that, even though I've said both the last 2 weeks. I think I've said I'm going to pick them to pick any spread to cover any spread until they don't, and then I'm probably still going to pick them the next week. Well, this is the third week in a row of me saying that, where they haven't covered the spread the last 2 weeks. I'm just going to do it again, though. I can't part from that logic. I think for a similar reason as why I think A&M wins tomorrow, even though they don't necessarily cover. They just got too much talent. They got a lot more than, even though Ole Miss has closed the gap a little bit, I think Alabama's got too much there. Jalen Milroe is going to come back in, possibly, hopefully lead some sort of semblance of an offense for Alabama fans out there. Personally, I would like to see the struggles continue, but that's just me.
Is the number still 6.5?
It's up to 7 now on what I use. I'm sure there are some where it's 6.5 or maybe 7.5. I saw 7 as of most recently. I'm feeling kind of like a little backdoor cover there, kind of a late score at the end of the game to push them over the 7, and they hold on and win by more. Could be close, but yeah, I'll roll with Alabama again there. As far as my last pick, I'm going to go out west now with this one. This one is really interesting. It became really interesting for me after I got a bit of news the other day. We're going to go with UCLA.
Insider info.
Yeah. That's what you tune into this segment for, right? Is the insider info. We got UCLA at Utah. Utah has been a little bit up and down this year. I mean, obviously they opened the season pretty easily, handling Florida, who just took out Tennessee. And, well, I think the reason that they've struggled is they haven't had their main man under center. Cam Rising tore his ACL in the Rose Bowl last year for the second season in a row, I believe, actually. Sad little fact there. But apparently he's back. Kyle Whittingham said that he's ready to go for this one, and for that reason, I think that Utah is going to cover the -3.5 and win, because I think Cam Rising really elevates that team. I think he's a top 5 quarterback in the country. So I'm going to go 3.5 Utes all day. There's a reason that they have won back-to-back Pac-12 championships behind the arm of Cam Rising. Go Utes.
There you go. That is love to lose money there from our man Jackson Love. We'll see whether or not he can go over, and then we will really kick in that Venmo account on Love to Lose Money. All right, the rest of the show belongs to you as we're walking you up to week 4 of the high school football campaign. It's another region week. I am in Danville, Alabama, getting ready for Madison Academy and the Hawks of Danville. That'll be over on Zone 2. Over the airwaves will be Sparkman as the Senators playing host to the Grissom Tigers. The Abraham Duet will be on that play-by-play call. Over on Zone 5, incidentally, over at Joe Davis Stadium, right across the street from our palatial studios there in downtown Huntsville, we'll have Huntsville taking on Bob Jones as the Patriots look to get back-to-back wins in the same stadium as they downed Grissom last week at Joe Davis, and they're right back at Joe Davis taking on the Huntsville Crimson Panthers. And there's also another big region matchup over on Zone 3 tonight. It is off of Garth Road as Randolph taking on the Wildcats of Westminster Christian. That is a very big game over on Zone 3. So let's take an early timeout. We'll hand the keys to the vehicle over to you for a Pick 2 Friday on the other side.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hunting and tailgating season is on us, and at Woody Anderson Ford, we believe it's time you got serious about an F-150. We've got nearly 150 to choose from, and without a doubt, one of the best F-150 values on the road today is our STX package. You get 290 hard-working horses, mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission that'll take you everywhere, from that tree stand to downtown Tuscaloosa. Body-colored bumpers, halogen headlamps, 20-inch machined aluminum wheels, and lots of tech too, like a rear-view camera with dynamic hitch assist, which you boaters and RVers will love. A 2023 Woody Anderson Ford F-150 STX packs a punch, but doesn't cost a bunch. You can drive one for $499 a month. $499. 36-month lease with $52.10 due at signing. No security deposit plus tax, tag, and title. Includes $399 dealer fee with your good credit. Offer ends September 30th. Call 539-9441 for complete details. Woody Anderson Ford. Hope to see you soon.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FRIEND to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRIEND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRIEND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Do you have discomfort in your legs? Varicose veins can affect not only how your legs look, but how they feel. Symptoms of varicose veins include pain, swelling, aching, heaviness, and fatigue. Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville can diagnose and treat your varicose veins with the latest minimally invasive techniques. Diagnosis and treatment is covered by most insurances. Call 256-715-7151 to schedule your free screening. Go to bestveincarehuntsville.com.
Tom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
This is Wes Neighbors sitting here with Stan McDonald. Stan, tell everybody why you're the best damn dirt lawyer in North Alabama.
Yes, Wes, at Jacob Title and the Stanton Law Firm. You know I'm a dirt lawyer, and a lot of our friends know that, which means we specialize in real estate. Now, if you own real estate or you're buying it or you're selling it, you need to do a closing, but a lot of times there's legal issues associated with that. We're a great group to talk to. My son, Lewis McDonald, heads our commercial closing division, and we approach your real estate needs very seriously. We seek to be the premier real estate closing company in North Alabama, and we do it in such a way it shows that we're experienced, we're for your success. We like to handle your real estate needs the same way Coach Dan Reeves used to say, never let them see you sweat. And that's going to be to your benefit, too, when you visit us at Jacob Title and the Stanton Law Firm. Our website online is jacobtitle.com.
This segment of The Drive is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, located online at woodyAndersonFord.com with 2 locations, Hughes Road in Madison and Jordan Lane in Huntsville.
Back here with you on a Pick 2 Friday. Phone lines are open and pretty jammed. Would like to hear what you think about what is a revealing weekend. At least I think it will be a revealing weekend. A lot of people believe so as well, and we'll see what direction some teams go in, really on both sides of the state, both in Tuscaloosa and down on the plains. It is a Pick 2 Friday. It's time to start things off, and the phone number, by the way, in case you don't know, is 256-576-4977, 256-576-4977. Crimson Carl kicks us off. What do you say, Crimson Carl?
Hey, guys. How y'all doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Let me jump
Excellent.
on this Pick 2 real quick.
All right. What do you think? Ole Miss at Alabama.
Hopefully, sitting Milroe last week got everybody's attention, and let's hope we're set to go. So roll time.
And an early kick at College Station there at Kyle Field. I'm not sure how much the stadium will be swaying at 11 a.m., but Reveille will be barking early with Auburn at A&M.
I'll take Texas A&M.
Total yardage, passing, and throwing. And remember, sacks are involved in this number as well, negatively. So total yards for Jalen Milroe.
Let's go 331.
331 is yours.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Carl.
Thank you much. All right. Bye.
Bama Bino is next.
Hey, Steve. Well, when Wes slides out on you, you got you a good feeling there. Benjamin is doing good, ain't he?
He sure is. Even despite being an Auburn man. I'm only messing with you. Only messing with you, Jackson.
Oh, me. I might have did a little premature thank-you-ation there. Anyway.
See, and all of a sudden, now he's not that good, right?
Nah, he's look, I love him. I've got some great friends that I grew up around in other places that are great Auburn people. And some of my best friends are Auburn people. But I'm not going to predict anything. I got snake bit 2 weeks ago, and then I got cobra bit last week.
You better?
Metaphorically.
Okay.
I got snake bit, in other words, about predicting and thinking that Saban was the head man. And evidently, we've got some people down there that think they know how to coach better than he does. So,
well, of course,
maybe they'll let him coach. Well, tonight, maybe we'll get on the same page and play team ball. But tonight, my fantasy is going to go for what Sylvain and Geraldine. That's a top 10 high school matchup. I don't, you hear me talk a lot about Fife because my nephew played there and does the play-by-play, and my brother-in-law, he's the team doctor still, and so I don't know who they play, but Geraldine and Sylvania both have, in the last couple of years, just really come up. Sylvania went 4 games in the playoffs last year, and semifinal game, and Geraldine, I think, they beat Fife a couple of weeks ago. So that's going to be a good game, and so that's kind of what we're doing. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm looking forward to watching Auburn, and then Mo, as Drew calls him, Dirt Neck or whatever he calls him. So, but I just want to let you know, hey, y'all got some great people that fill in and that's there, and Bandyman has to keep it running, and we got to give credit to those guys too that does behind the scenes. And,
no doubt. By the way, Fife is that section. Fife is that section. They're taking on the Lions tonight. Section is 0-4. By the way, that's
not going to be much of a game, probably. But got some section friends too. But I just don't see it being much of a game. But anyway, I just
well, thank you, Bama Bino. Always great to hear from you, and look forward to hearing from you next week. Let's try Jason on a Pick 2 Friday. How are you, Jason?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well, thank you.
Good. Always good show, Steve and West. I take Bama 42-10.
All right. So I'm looking for winners, but I'll type in the score, and if you nail it, I'll throw in a little something extra for you. Auburn at A&M. Who you got?
I'm going to have to take A&M, but Auburn to cover, 27-24.
How about total yardage for one Jalen Milroe?
I'd say 279. About 80 rushing. He ain't going to throw it much. But Kalen, they're going to be running the ball. So that's what I'm hearing.
All right. Thank you, Jason. Poncho, you're up next. How are you, Poncho? Are you there, Poncho?
Steve, you got me?
Sir. Loud and
Hello.
clear.
It's Honcho, not Poncho.
Oh, Honcho.
Yeah, I'm in gator hell right now, Steve. I swear. This is terrible. This is just absolutely terrible. But anyway, I'm not done.
Whoa. Sidebar here. Why is it terrible after a win over one of your biggest rivals?
I said I'm in gator hell, Steve. It's Smokey.
Oh, okay. Smokey Mike Honcho. Mike Honcho. Okay.
I figured I'd call, touch base, see how you're doing, and get it on this pick, too, since I haven't done it before.
You are eligible, by the way, Smokey.
I know I am.
So, how do you feel about your Vols?
Well, I'm sick and tired of an inside run. I would love to see the ball actually get thrown deep a little bit and open up the field, so then that way the running game can be what it was last year. But, yeah, just scared football, it seemed like, last Saturday night.
So I talked to Josh Heupel Wednesday. I wish I could give you a warm and fuzzy, but when he told me one play was affecting another play, in my head I said, ouch, because you never want to hear that from your head coach.
No, not at all. So it's frustrating, but I mean, you got to keep on keeping on. Moulton's not exactly Hendon Hooker, obviously, but hopefully Nico could be that next year.
Got to get is Cooper playing?
Hell if I know. Like, I've heard some tea leaves and all that stuff from the people I know up in Knoxville, but nobody knows. Nobody really knows what the hell's going on with that.
All right. Well, man, it's great to hear from you. Let's see if we can't get you. Let's see if we can't get you a win here on pick 2.
I know. Well, I'm heading to Brewer right now. Daughter's in color guard, so got to support her and watch that football game.
Outstanding. I don't know if you heard earlier this high school season, but Tom Abraham called out the Buckhorn band, and that turned into a whole thing. And I suggested that Tom needs to be part of the color guard, but he wanted to be the band director. Of course he did. I still think color guard is more in Tom's lane.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's one of those tragically hip dudes and all that stuff. And I mean, I still keep up with you guys. I still tune in, so it's not like I've blocked y'all off from the world. You know, I still tune in from time to time.
I so badly want to call you the Butcher now instead of Smokey Mike Honcho, but
the Butcher.
Ole Miss is at Bama. I want straight up winners here on this show. Who you got?
Oh, well, you know I like to do a little bit of the numbers anyway, but we'll go straight up on this one. I'm going to have myself a little bit of wild turkey after this. Give me Lane and wild turkey right there.
I've got a feeling I've got a morning show host that would be downing some wild turkey if that happens.
Of course he would.
Auburn is at A&M.
I got to roll with the home team. I mean, college is still home field advantage is that much bigger compared to any pro or anything like that. So give me A&M.
All right. Yeah, you're putting your chips on a motorcycle, and then
not in this series, if you ask me.
Total yards for one Jalen Milroe is your tiebreaker.
Let's go 290, Steve.
It is yours. Good to hear from you.
Same here, Steve. Have a good call this evening, sir.
Appreciate that. Enjoy Brewer. That's an excellent place. I've been out there a couple of times to call a game. Beautiful backdrop there at Brewer High School. Jeff is up next on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline on a Pick 2 Friday. How are you, Jeff?
I'm good. How are you, Steve?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Let me get on Pick 2.
You got it. Ole Miss at Bama.
I think Alabama's going to respond. I'll take Alabama.
And Auburn at A&M.
I don't think Auburn's very good. Not yet. I'll take Texas A&M.
Total yardage for Jalen Milroe.
Go 295, please.
It is yours. Best of luck to you, Jeff.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too. By the way, Mike was our winner last week on a Pick 2 Friday. In fact, he needed just Pick 2. There was one person that got Pick 2 right. So for you jokers out there that call this Pick 3, Mike just needed 2. Went LSU and Florida last week with one road winner and one home winner. Chris is up next. How are you, Chris?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you.
I just wanted to get on the Pick 2.
You got it. Bama. The Ole Miss Rebel Black Bears Land Sharks.
Ole Miss.
A&M or Auburn?
Auburn.
So you're completely going off the reservation, so you can pick any number for Jalen Milroe.
259.
It is yours. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Shane Sean. What do you say,
Hey,
Shane Sean?
Oh, just heading home from work.
There you go. Grilling out tonight?
No, I'm going home, going to bed. Get ready for work tomorrow.
Ooh. Well, hopefully you can tune into the game and just have it on as background noise or something.
Yeah, that's going to be about it.
Fair enough. Ole Miss or Bama?
I'm going, believe it or not, I'm going Ole Miss.
Now, what is leading you to this path, Shane Sean?
I just got that gut feeling.
Is this against the offensive coordinator, against Nick?
It's not against any of them. I just don't think that they got it together.
Fair enough. Auburn.
I like the defense, but
yeah.
I just got this sneaky suspicion it's Kiffin's turn to get a win.
Fair enough. Auburn at A&M.
I'm going Auburn too.
So going with Lane and Hugh Freeze.
Yes.
Total yardage for Jalen Milroe's your tiebreaker.
189.
Woo! That is definitely a winning number for Ole Miss right there.
Yes, sir, it is.
Hang in there. I feel like I need to get a therapist on here and kind of let him evaluate some of these phone callers. Heck, just earlier today, listening to Drudy Armand talk to Ryan Fowler and then Rodney Orr. By the way, that is the Recruiting Insider show that's probably going to air about 1 a.m. If you're an insomniac out there, you can hear that conversation because of all of our high school coverage here on the Zone. DJ is up next. How are you, DJ?
Coverage here on the Zone. DJ is up next. How are you, DJ?
Let's try Arizona Jay. I know the delay's working.
All systems go here.
What do you say, Arizona Jay?
I'm gonna take Ole Miss and I'm gonna take A&M, even though I'm an Auburn fan, but I'm just thinking with my head and not with my heart.
Yep. Total yardage for Jalen Milroe.
He might not make it past halftime, so I'm gonna go like probably 189.
It is yours.
All right, fellas, have a good weekend.
Let's try DJ one more time.
Hey, Steve. Sorry, man, we got cut off.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. What a beautiful Friday. You doing all right?
It's a little warm in the press box here, but I'm good. I'm good.
I bet. Okay. Well, man, I'm going to jump on there, and I think Alabama gets it done this week via the defense. So I'm going with Alabama.
You got it?
And
Auburn or A&M?
Yeah, I think something special is going to happen there with that early kick time and Hugh Freeze's grin and all those things. And I just think that Auburn's going to pull it out somehow. I don't know. I don't have a score for you, but I just think they're going to win.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, all I need is winners. Total yardage for Jalen Milroe is your tiebreaker.
Okay, so leaving it up to the defense to win the game, I'm going 237 with him.
All right. Thank you, DJ.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Bama won last week, right? They won the game. They've played...
Allegedly.
Bama's played a total of 3 games. They've won 2 of the 3. Coming up next hour, we are going to re-rack a couple of interviews that we did earlier in the week, including Coach Rick Neuheisel from CBS Sports, who was kind enough to join us. We also spoke to Jerry Glanville, and we'll re-rack that conversation for you as well. And for those of you wondering, and I know there's a ton of you wondering out there, no, I have not heard from Coach Glanville today, who invited me to be part of the Legends crew for the Atlanta Falcons up in Detroit this weekend, because it's Andre Bad Moon Rising, it's Brian Jordan, and it's Jerry Glanville. So, still waiting on Coach there, but listen, all I did was respond to his offer, but I think it's pretty cool that Jerry Glanville joins us pretty much on a weekly basis, it feels like. Heck, if you go through my text machines with my text back and forth with Jerry Glanville, it's pretty spectacular. If I would have told my high school self that I'd be texting back and forth with Jerry Glanville, I never saw that one coming. Let's talk to Ross on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. How are you, Ross?
Doing fine, Steve. How about yourself?
I'm good. Getting ready for Madison Academy in Danville here tonight.
It should be a good game.
Hope so.
Should be a good game. I'm sure from your standpoint you do hope so, because if not, it could get really, really quiet, quick, and not a whole lot of activity going on.
Yeah, I'm a fan of two kinds. To answer your question, Ross, I'm a fan of 2 kinds of games. A win for Madison Academy, certainly, because I'm wearing maroon, and a running clock. Those are my 2 favorite kinds of games. Either way. So that way it's less painful on the other side. But if it's on the other side of meaning Madison Academy wins and a running clock, well, that's a double bonus. That's called a double bonus.
I hope you have that double bonus coming your way today. So
Baby doll, that's what I'm talking about.
Let me get in on the pick 2.
All right, Bama or Ole Miss?
I'm trying to win, so I'll say Bama, but I hope it's the other way around. But I'm gonna go.
You hope it's the other way around. Okay.
Yeah.
Auburn at A&M.
This hurts, but the team with more talent wins, and Auburn isn't there yet, so I'm going to take A&M.
Total yardage for Jalen Milroe is your tiebreaker.
256.
It is yours. 256. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Trying to sneak one by, but you picked up on it, so hopefully that can be the winning number.
Thank you, Ross. Bama James, the floor is yours, sir.
Steve, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing, Bama James?
Doing great. I was going to try my luck at pick 2 again.
All right, let's do it. Bama or Ole Miss?
Let's go with Bama.
All right. Auburn or A&M?
Go A&M.
Total yardage for one Jalen Milroe.
What about 222?
Twos are all you.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Go, Jim. Go, Jim. Oh, okay. Well, then just tell me it's Jim. How are you, Jim?
Hello?
Jim does. Hey, Jim.
Hey. Okay, yeah. I got pick 2, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My apologies for the mix-up right there. Bama or Ole Miss?
Hey, I'm too old to be channeling like that. I'm going to go with Alabama.
And Auburn or A&M?
Yeah, I got Auburn an upset at Texas A&M. Is that right?
Hey, who you asking? Are asking me or asking you?
I'm asking you. That's it. Alabama A&M. I mean, Texas A&M.
Well, Alabama A&M won last night. It was nice to see the Bulldogs up on the hill grab that win over
I'm proud of them.
Pine Bluff. Yeah. I wish more folks were up on the hill, honestly, because they showed those wide shots a couple of times and kind of gripped my teeth a little bit, honestly.
Really? Was it that bad?
Well, I don't know what capacity is at Louis Cruz, but the crowd that was there, it looked fairly thin.
Well, that's too bad. They need to, certainly the students really need to support their university.
Absolutely. But I'm glad Coach Maynard pulled out the win, and the boys pulled out, I think it was their second or third win. I'll look that up during the break.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Total yardage for Jalen Milroe is your tiebreaker.
295.
It is
295,
yours.
and we're going to cook some fresh fajitas tomorrow for you. We're going to taste them right off the bat and toast you with one of them.
So normally a food conversation like this, I would be very, very jealous. But my partner and I here went to a Mennonite restaurant right around the corner here from Danville High School. I'm as full as a tick right now. I'm telling you.
Well, I'm talking about tomorrow. That's on the
Oh. Well, I'll be jealous tomorrow. But right now, I am feeling good and getting ready for some high school football here tonight.
Great. Good luck, Steve.
Likewise. Good luck there on the grill, that is. Let's take our final time out here in hour number 1. Got some lines open to you on a Pick 2 Friday.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hunting and tailgating season is on us, and at Woody Anderson Ford, we believe it's time you got serious about an F-150. We've got nearly 150 to choose from, and without a doubt, one of the best F-150 values on the road today is our STX package. You get 290 hard-working horses, mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission that'll take you everywhere, from that tree stand to downtown Tuscaloosa. Body-colored bumpers, halogen headlamps, 20-inch machined aluminum wheels, and lots of tech too, like a rear-view camera with dynamic hitch assist, which you boaters and RVers will love. A 2023 Woody Anderson Ford F-150 STX packs a punch, but doesn't cost a bunch. You can drive one for $499 a month. $499. 36-month lease with $52.10 due at signing. No security deposit plus tax, tag, and title. Includes $399 dealer fee with your good credit. Offer ends September 30th. Call 539-9441 for complete details. Woody Anderson Ford. Hope to see you soon.
Ann Adams with Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate is the one name to know if you're buying or selling real estate. With years of local experience, Ann Adams offers buyers in-depth knowledge of the local housing market and will narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in so you can save time when shopping for your new home. If you're ready to sell, Ann offers a seamless process using accurate pricing and expert negotiation skills to make sure you get a fair price for your home. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or log on bhhsriserealestate.com. You want the right specialist for your recovery. At SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center, we understand every body is different. Your muscles and bones are unique, as is your body. Our sports med specialists offer innovative treatments and minimally invasive procedures, allowing you to quickly return to the life you love. Locations in Huntsville, Madison, Athens, and Decatur, and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com. Improving performance, improving lives.
Hey there, Bob Baumhauer here to enjoy another great football season with y'all. And guess what? The salmon are running, so make sure you try our delicious lemon garlic salmon. And for you land lovers, try our sizzling char grilled flat iron Callaway steak, complemented with our special shrimp etouffee. And you'll definitely want to tackle our Alabama hot chicken, smothered in our zesty and tangy, immune-boosting special Alabama hot sauce. Baumhauer's legendary fun and legendary food.
The kitchen is the heart of any home. It's where the family gathers. It's where kids discover old recipes and make them their own. Just starting out or just now getting started on the dream kitchen you've always wanted?
I'm Chris Haygood, and from all of us here at Bob Wallace Appliance to the home builders and the homeowners of the Huntsville area, a heartfelt thank you for buying local. We're in Huntsville, Florence, and Coleman, and online at bobwallaceappliance.com.
Normally, when you call a roofing company, all you hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Since 1965, the folks at Fleming have been focused on what you need, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement, commercial or residential. And when it comes to storm damage, you want Fleming on your side. They know all the ins and outs of insurance claims and will guide you through the entire process. Log on FlemingHSV.com and book your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Sitting here with Mark Kent of Southern Fidelity Mortgage Group of Huntsville. Mark, do you help pre-qualify people?
We pre-qualify people all the time, Wes. As a matter of fact, I love having them coming in here because when they come in and they pre-qualify, they can leave my office knowing exactly how much they can buy and have no worries.
Mark, tell me about your rates and pricing.
Well, Wes, this is something we're really, really proud of. Long story short is, I love being able to provide the best pricing in town. Honestly, I cannot tell you the last time I lost a deal to either rate or pricing, something I'm very proud of.
So what all financing options do you have, Mark?
We do several different things. If you're purchasing a home, we can handle the purchase. If you're wanting to refinance your home, of course, rates are at the lowest they've been in the last 3 years. We do a lot of refinancing. If you're building a home, we can handle the entire process from breaking ground to the final close.
Do you sleep with your phone?
Wes, if you want to reach me, you can call me at my office phone, which is 256-562-1000. But always remember, I sleep with my cell phone at night. That number is 256-656-5936.
This will turn journalism on its ear.
Watch our stream on WZZN TV on Twitch and YouTube.
But you are the greatest hero in American history.
We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Sitting here having a conversation in the press box, and the music's going. It's Pick 2 Friday, and you want to talk. WO is up next. Oh, we lost WO. David, you're up next. How are you, David?
I'm doing good, Steve. How are you?
Doing well.
Get in on the Pick 2.
You got it, Bama or Ole Miss?
My heart wants to say Ole Miss. But you know, that's putting a lot of faith in Kiffin, and if anybody's going to crap the bed between Kiffin and Saban, it's going to be Kiffin. So I'll have to go with Bama.
The more talented roster is in Tuscaloosa. I know a lot of people are pointing at the offensive coordinator, and by the way, you have every right to look at the offensive coordinator. When I take a look at it and I think he's not running the right plays, we'll see what happens tomorrow. So I don't know if you heard my conversation with Wes right out of the gate, David. I really feel like 12 is kind of the magic number for throws for Jalen Milroe. If he goes over 12 throws tomorrow, I will be shocked.
Yeah, my thoughts on it is if Ole Miss can make him get into passing situations, then Alabama will lose the game. If they can, they can't. I don't think Ole Miss has a defense strong enough to contain him as far as
with containing him from the run. So not being able to contain the run is going to open up the passing game. And I agree, they're not going to. I don't think that they'll have to pass it much because I think they're going to run all over them.
So that lends me to believe, and again, the next defensive coordinator call will be my first one, but that lends me to believe that Pete Golding is going to rush 3 and drop 8 and just kind of dare him a little bit to throw it. But I don't think Jalen's going to take the bait. I think they're going to try to run the ball as best they can.
Well, I feel that I'm an Auburn fan, so I don't have a dog in that hunt. But at the same time, my best friend is a diehard Alabama fan, and I think Alabama fans had their fill of Golding, and they're glad that Lane Kiffin, quote unquote, took him from them.
Yeah.
So I think that Alabama will reap the rewards of that.
Who do you like between Auburn and A&M, David?
That one's tough because my head is telling me that the talent level, Texas A&M has the more experienced talent, but my heart says I can't go against my Tigers. So and plus with the everybody's been talking home field advantage. Well, I mean, if you look at the actual statistics of home field advantage in that series, the home team is the loser most of the time. So I'm gonna go with Auburn on that.
The only thing that gives me pause, David, is I was hoping to see a little bit more consistency out of Peyton Thorne, just a little bit more, and that would make me nervous if I'm an Auburn fan.
I'm a season ticket holder, and I've been to the both home games that we've had this year, and I've been skeptical of the play calling. I think it's been pretty vanilla, and I think that we didn't execute when we went to Cal. I feel, even though I'm an Auburn fan, I feel that Cal lost that game rather than Auburn won that game. If that makes sense.
But keep in mind that those 2 home games in Samford, I said that right. I always think I'm saying Stanford. Samford and UMass, you're going to see vanilla. Yeah, you're not going to see a whole lot of wildness out of it, or else you're in deep trouble.
Yeah, I feel that we had pretty inconsistent line play on both sides of the ball, even against I don't want to say inferior competition, but lower level competition. We had inferior line play, inconsistent line play on both sides of the ball. We couldn't hardly if we can't get pressure against the quarterback at Texas A&M, what's his name, Wedgman? If we can't get pressure against him, then we're done.
How about total yardage for Jalen Milroe? What number you like?
278.
It is yours. Appreciate the phone call, David.
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Let's try to squeeze in Marcus. Marcus, do you want to do a 30-second deal, or do you want to hold for 3 minutes and talk to me on the other side? Your call.
I'll go ahead and do 30 seconds.
Ole Miss, Bama.
I'll take Bama.
Auburn, A&M.
I'll take A&M.
Total for Jalen Milroe.
217.
217 is yours. Thank you, Marcus. Final call for phone calls is next.
Tom Luganbill here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold-certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Tom Abraham here for my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
This is SportsCenter.
Injuries piling up in the NFL. I'm Chris Smith. After Cowboys cornerback Trevin Diggs suffered a season-ending torn ACL, ESPN host Chris Carlin says this will put more pressure on head coach Mike McCarthy.
He has been getting lauded so far for his ability to call the plays and do exactly what he talked about wanting to do, running the football that much more, right? Well, now you're going to have to run it even more because you want to help your defense out. It's not just about scoring points now. It's also got to be about keeping them off the field.
Heard on ESPN Radio's Carlin versus Joe. The Cowboys defense ranked number 1 in the NFL in yards allowed and points per game through 2 weeks. Meanwhile, Chargers running back Austin Eckler out against the Vikings with an ankle injury, while Joey Bosa is expected to be on a limited snap count again. Now, the Ravens want to record their best start in 7 years when they host the Colts on Sunday, but Baltimore ruled out 7 starters, including wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr., running back at Justice Hill, and quarterback Marlon Humphrey. And Washington can match its best start since 2005 with a win at home versus Buffalo, but they'll be without tight end Logan Thomas, who won't play on Sunday because of a concussion he suffered last week. Baseball, Blue Jay slugger Vlad Guerrero Jr. back in the lineup tonight as the DH against the Rays. And the Braves placed a left-hander Max Fried on the 15-day injured list with a blister on his index finger, with the hope he can heal ahead of the postseason. The NL Division Series begins October 7th, giving Fried 2 weeks to recover.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy. Coming up Monday, I'll give you my biggest takeaways from Week 3 in the NFL. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
.97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, 256-576-4977.
That's how I roll. And I'm not going to drink and drive anymore.
That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Wes and Steve.
I'm sitting here. It's the final hour of the week. I'm sitting here shaking my head about what I just heard from SportsCenter about Max Fried. Of course, we're your home for the Atlanta Braves. Braves were big winners last night, but they're playing the Nationals. I don't know if that's a real major league win. I know they have major league players. I get that. But the Nationals have been awful this year. So, and the Braves, I think, played them here over the last week. I think they have the Nationals again in the final series at home, wedged between that series with the Cubs. All right, okay, enough baseball. Let's talk to Joe. It's our final call for phone calls in a Pick 2 Friday. How are you, Joe?
Well, I'm doing great, Steve. Not on the beach this week, but waiting for a good football game here in Hartsville.
I'm sure Wes is putting the sand in his toes for all of us.
That's great. Glad he is.
Mm-hmm. Good for Wes.
Yeah, I hope we're in for a good ball game here in town tonight, because hopefully it is. But anyway, I'll get on Pick 2 and get out of your way.
You're good. Bama playing host to the Ole Miss Rebel Black Bear Land Sharks.
I'm going to take Alabama.
A&M playing host to Auburn, where you can't walk on the grass.
At Auburn or at A&M?
It is at A&M. I bet you can walk on the grass down on the plains.
Okay, that's what I thought. With the crowd they'll have, and I heard it's supposed to be the hottest it's ever been for a start game, A&M game, whatever.
Really?
They play early in the morning, fairly early.
11 a.m.
Yeah, they're saying it's supposed to be the hottest starting temperature for any game so far. But anyway, I guess we'll find out. I'm just glad I'm not down there.
Woo, it's 96 degrees right now in College Station.
What does that tell you? So, can you imagine what the actual temperature is going to be at 11 o'clock tomorrow? It'll be.
They might want to play at 1 a.m.
Do they have a grass field or do they have turf?
It is a grass field. Yeah. But no, the areas, there are certain areas of the campus where the grass is a memorial to the fallen heroes, and that's why you cannot walk on certain parts of the campus, not walk on the grass. That's what I mean.
I understand. Well, I think that's great, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, anyway, with that combination, what's the highest yardage?
In that combination, you've got the combination that people have gone with the most, and 295 is your high. Your low is 189.
Oh, that's great. I was already going to do 312, so I'm going to do 305.
305. It is yours.
And you're at Danville, right?
I am at beautiful Danville High School.
That's right. Danville is a nice school, you know.
It is gorgeous. This is my first time here, and it is just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, well, they've really upgraded. They just built a new gym. I don't think you got.
Yes, they have. How new is that gym?
Oh, it just got through with it.
Wow. We saw some construction workers, and I thought they were just kind of piddling around, but evidently they're putting the finishing touches on that.
They've been working on it for about a year and a half, I know. So, yeah, it's brand new. It's never had a basketball game played in it, to my knowledge. So.
Wow.
Anyway.
Well, it looks pretty.
Really and truly, the whole community out there supports all their sports. Really good.
There's a nice crowd. There's a nice crowd below me right now, and it's still 50 minutes till kick.
Right. So they're playing Madison Academy, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I hope everybody hangs together and hope Danville does good. But anyway, I guess we'll find out.
Yes, sir.
Well, there goes our referees in, so we'll find out in about an hour what's going to take place over here.
Oh, boy. Hang in there.
All right.
Thank you, Joe.
Good to talk to you, Steve. Thank you very much.
Likewise. Earlier in the week, had a chance to talk to Auburn head coach Hugh Freeze. I did talk to the Auburn head coach about affecting the passer. I wanted to ask about Connor Wigman in particular, and it seemed in affecting the quarterback as well. How do you think your team has done in terms of affecting the quarterback? Because it looks like he's a different guy when he does feel that pressure, Coach.
We've been probably average at best at truthfully getting after the quarterback without having to bring extra guys. Hopefully we can get a little healthier and improve that with just our front, because these guys have weapons that you certainly would love to have some guys in coverage and not having to always add to the box to bring pressure. So we've been average, but he's a really talented. He's throwing it at a very high level right now and using his feet very well when he needs to also. And it'd be nice to get some pressure on him with just our front, and hopefully we can do that.
And I know this is not your first time facing a Jimbo team. What are some similarities maybe from a Jimbo style type of team, Coach?
Truthfully, it's quite different than, I guess I've only faced Jimbo one time, if my memory's correct.
Yes, sir.
So he was quite different then. He had Jameis Winston, and they were more spread. And, now it's definitely, they get big to throw it, and defensively it's totally different than what we faced the time. So it's really not a lot of similarities from the last time that we played. So I think obviously Coach Durkin and Bobby have brought their flavors to it, and I'm sure Jimbo still has his input. But it is a bit different than what we faced when I was at Ole Miss.
That is Auburn head coach Hugh Freeze. Here is my 22-second conversation with Alabama head coach Nick Saban. How's that cake doing, Coach?
I wanted to ask about what you said back at Media Days of that cake process. Where do you think we are right now in that cake process?
I think the cake's been in the oven, out of the oven, back in the oven, and I think it's ready to go.
Would you consider a two-quarterback system heading into this weekend, Coach?
We have not considered that.
That is Alabama head coach Nick Saban. The cake is ready to go. Now, whether or not there's frosting on that cake, we will all find out tomorrow afternoon. And you'll be able to hear it right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Let's go ahead and take a time out. Don't forget, I am on Zone 2 tonight with Madison Academy at Danville. You'll be able to hear Zone 4 over our airwaves tonight with undefeated Sparkman taking on the Grissom Tigers in a 7A Region 4 contest. In Zone 3, the feature matchup there is Randolph and Westminster Christian. Zone 5, that's where you'll find Tom Abraham at Joe Davis Stadium, where the Huntsville Crimson Panthers playing host to the Bob Jones Patriots as Bob Jones looking for back-to-back wins in the same stadium. Away we go. We'll have Coach Rick Neuheisel for you on the other side here on a Pick 2 Friday.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com. You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from, and they've got the